Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bowman here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Planescape Torment. And this is my second time trying this because I entered this building and encountered a bug which quit my game, so hopefully this works.
All right.
Oh, I see. Whoa. Interesting. Before you is a stunning golden-haired woman dressed in an azure of violet dress with two long, elegant wings draped across her shoulders. She is surveying the room with a slight smile. She is easily the most beautiful woman you have ever seen.
Well met,
Greetings.
traveler. How may I help you?
The woman turns as you address her. She takes your measure, then nods slightly. You notice her eyes are azure, the exact same color as her dress. She reaches up to brush back a stray lock of golden hair. How may I help you? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am called Fall from Grace. She studies you for a moment. You are new to Sigil, are you not? Yes, I am. Does it show? She smiles slightly. Not as much as you might think. You carry yourself quite well. What is this place? This is the Brothel of Slaking Intellectual Lusts. She studies you for a moment. I take it by your question that you did not intend to partake of this establishment? Brothel of Slaking Intellectual Lusts? What kind of brothel is this? I established this brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than the simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation engaging in the verbal arts with others. Sounds dull. I assure you it is not. Tour the brothel, see for yourself. So this is a brothel where there's no intercourse? Only of the psychological nature. Rest assured, it is still quite stimulating. I have to ask, why did you establish such a place? Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow. This is an odd question, she frowns. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly. So why did you? Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible. And that is why you established this place? This brothel is intended to slate the lusts of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasures that fill the hive and lower wards. I see, so this establishment just encourages intellectual fencing rather than, the other kind of fencing. The women here must be special indeed. The women here are aspiring, sensates. They have come to me in search of instruction to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shatter the crust of the most hardened individual. I see, so the ladies here are ladies in training, so to speak? Yes, I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties that the patrons and the students here can learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language to invoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill. I see. Can I ask you some other questions? Those wings on your back, what are you? She's one of those fiends, one of those Succubus she is. She'll take your measure, then she'll take your soul to lower planes, so she will. Your companion is correct. I am a lesser Tenari, more specifically a Succubus. She gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spent their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And you?
Updated my journal.
I'd like to think that I have distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There is much more to life, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps so. I came here looking for help. Perhaps you could help me? Help? What kind of help were you looking for? I seem to have lost my memories. In doing so, I've lost myself. You have been stricken with amnesia. Fall from Grace looks pained. How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened? Not really. At least, not that I can remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary, and everything before that is black. You awoke in the mortuary? I think the dustman mistook me for being dead, or I was dead or something. All I know is that I Regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal, but I don't even know that for sure. Fall from Grace seems to be aspiring you with renewed interest. Those are scars in your body. She reaches out a hand as if to touch you. May I? Yes. Fall from Grace drags her fingers across your chest lightly, tracing the edges of your scars and following the curves where they blend into some of your tattoos. She seems fascinated. These scars do look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate. They certainly do, though some are more recent. She steps back. Some of those wounds would have been fatal to normal men. She taps her chin, thinking, what do you intend to do now? I need to get my memories back and my life back. I intend to score the planes and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. Fall from Grace is still thinking, her finger tapping on chin. I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense. She raised an eyebrow. Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing. It is that. She nods. If it will help you, you are welcome to tour the brothel. Several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Perhaps some of them will be able to rekindle your memories. I may do that. Can I ask you some questions
Updated
first?
my journal.
Have you ever heard of the night hag named Ravel? I'm familiar with the name. Fall from Grace pauses and thinks for a moment. Rumors cluster thickly about that name, and most tend to discount her as a myth, but I suspect that she did exist, and she made quite an impression in the cage during her stay here. Why do you ask? I intend to seek her out. She raised an eyebrow. Truly, I find myself compelled to ask why. I need information that she has. Is this information available from no one else? I suspect that only Ravel possesses the knowledge I need.
Updated my journal.
Grace rests her hand lightly on your arm. Consider this. If Ravel doesn't indeed exist, then she is extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories of her activities are true, then she is a creature that has discovered new meanings of evil. To search for her is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. I realize that. Do you know anything else about her? She was said to be one of the hags of the Grey Waste, and that she was believed to possess powers and a cunning far beyond those of her sisters. She came to Sigil long ago, and in addition to the evil she committed during her stay, rumor has it that her actions threatened the cage itself. Now she primarily exists only as fiction, a figure in children's stories. I imagine the Lady of Pain dealt with her as all threats to Sigil dealt with. How?
Updated my journal.
Ravel was most likely sent to a maze, one of the lady's prisons. What is the Grey Waste? A blighted plain that lies effectively between Bator and the Abyss. It is frequently a battleground in the Blood War. Do you know what happened to Ravel? Ravel was most likely sent to a maze. Is there anyone else who might know about her? Someone in the fest hall may know more of her.
Updated my journal.
Would you like to join me on my travels? Anna stiffens, then starts muttering under her breath. Who's to say she'd be coming with us? We don't need the likes of her, so we don't. Bar that fiendling, Morty clicks his teeth together. I'm all for the Succubus coming with us. The powers know you're as fun as passing a caltrop through your bowels. You'd best latch your bone box, skull, or rattle you so hard till they picking your teeth off the spire. Travel with you? She smiles slightly. She seems to be ignoring your companions. That's rather forward of you. That's the way I am. I appreciate your candor. I shall counter with some of my own. Why should I travel with you? You mean you wouldn't be interested in traveling with an immortal amnesiac who is searching for the plains for himself? Oh, I would be extremely interested, she smiles slightly. Such a suggestion is intriguing. Make no mistake about that. Then you would like to travel with me, then? If you wish me to, then there is something you must do for me. There are 10 students in this establishment. I would like you to speak to all of them. Then return to me with your thoughts. Then we shall see if I shall travel together or not. I will go speak to them. I will return when I have spoken to all of them.
Updated my journal.
10 of them? My goodness. Okay, well, I guess we'll start. This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be gray, are the color of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft, calm, and without inflection, and has a certain far-away quality, as if somehow not attached to her. Greetings, I'm called Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here. Debate, you say? She nods. That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have the matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Silagan politics, the most effective battle stegems for warring an Archeron, and the meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate. You choose a topic and begin. At first you seem to be holding up fine, but in time your position crumbles as Delora crushes one of your arguments after another with her infallible sense of logic. She seems to take no joy in her victory, however, and merely offers, if you would like, we can debate once more upon the same topic. I could argue your position this time, should you desire it. Wait, are you always so ruthless in a debate? She nods. Mistress Grace instructed me to show no mercy, for another of her students always allows a patron to win after a lengthy debate. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience for the clientele. I see. Can we play a game now? Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play? No, I don't really remember any games. Here then, allow me to show you one. Delora brings out a thin box, which unfolds into a small board marked with a grid. The contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white. This game goes by many names. So I explain the rules to you? Yes, please. Delora explains the rules to you of the game, how the chips are moved, how one's best one's opponent's. It seems somehow faintly familiar to you. The rules are simple, yes, but a great deal of complexity lies within the game. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play? Yes, let's. As you play, you come to realize that you've done so before. Even your best tricks, though, are nothing to Delora's well-circulating strategies. The game runs steadily downhill for you until you are at last beaten entirely. She does not smile or gloat, however, but quietly begins to put the game away. You seem to possess a good understanding of the game. In time, you could become quite good. That makes sense. Farewell. Actually, I just had some questions. Delora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be sad sigh. I'm willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you simply shall have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help you with?
Updated my journal.
She looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I could do? Certain. Delora pauses of thinking. No, I'm not. My first love possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Why don't you seek him out? Speak with him. She shakes her head. I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal and may not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot speak out Merriman myself. Then I'll find him and speak to him on your behalf.
Updated my journal.
She nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head. Were you to find and speak to Merriman, I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. I'll return when I find him. Farewell. The strange cubic creature seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide, unblinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion on it. Come on, Chief. We're in a building full of some of the sexiest chits this side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to mod runs? What can you tell me about them, Mort? Mort makes a noise in utter disgust. What's there to say? Annoying little clockwork pests. They're always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you, just law. Let's just forget about them and go chat with the ladies, eh? Ignore Mort. Its voice has a metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more a sound played out on some warped musical instrument than true speech. Your greeting is returned. There's a soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between the two of you. I had some questions. Identify yourself to us. I'm not sure who I am. We would know why this is so. I don't know myself. I just can't remember. All things should have a name. All things should be identified. We find your answer unsatisfactory, but it shall have to suffice for the present. The creature pauses and blinks at you. We would identify ourselves as Modrons. Quadrant type. Winged variant to the subject. Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The Modron, its appearance identical in every aspect but size to the object in your hands. Blinks once, twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever dimension it was tuned to during its creation. What's the proper position to activate this one? We do not have that information. Over 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instruction as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. Farewell, then. As you make to search the armor, handles suddenly yank out of your grasp as the drawers slam themselves shut. A disdainful hump hisses from the other cabinet. Hello? Hello indeed. The armor gives another hump. So what have we here? A rogue after some lady's frilly undergarments? You talk? Do I? Why, yes I do. Who are you? I'm Luis. And who are you? Thoughtless, uncouth fellow rummaging about in other people's things? Never mind that. What are you doing here? Well, sir, if you must know, I am being an Amori. But why are you being an Amori in this brothel? I happen to have become an Amori because I want to be an Amori. Thank you very much. It's not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have them place their soft, sweet-smelling undergarments in my drawers, where they can rub against my skin. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magic arts. I am merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an Amori, the sights, the smells, the sensations. So all the women know about this, then? Yes, they do, and they wholeheartedly approve of. Well, not with their entire hearts, exactly, and while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I am an Amori, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so have not been able to inquire upon the matter. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably and occasionally picking up seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings. She gives you only the briefest glances before staring off into the distance once more. Greetings, yes, I am named Juliet. How may I? Oh, never thou mind. Leave me be, please. She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all, only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage. Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is, she sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples, dreadfully boring. Perhaps I could make it less boring for you, my lady. No, no, 'tis kind of thee to offer, though. I am already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just I wish, she taps her finger against her chin, something more of our liaison. Is the relationship lacking, then? The only thing it lacks is excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going, she frowns, so smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. 'Twould seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can't remember any courtships I have had. The remnants of the ones I encountered suggest that I may have had some problems. 'Tis just all that my friends have such interesting relationships, ones fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one's and other backs, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me and whom the world loves. She sighs again. A great source of annoying. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Mort floats close to you, whispering, I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. A shit like this is nothing but trouble. What did you have in mind, Juliet? I'm not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy, something intense. I can pretend to be a jealous suitor if you want. Juliet glances at you, then scoffs. Oh, I highly doubt that... Actually, that idea is not half bad, as addled as I first thought. Thou dost certainly look dangerous enough. She looks you in the eye, and if appraising a horse. Art thou as rugged and tough as thy appearance would indicate? They don't make 'em any tougher than me, I assure you. Thou shalt do this for me, then? Yes, I'll do it. Excellent, my love. Montague may be found within the civic fest hall. I thank thee. Of course, I'll go speak to him. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
This tall, elegant woman with her sharp features and regal demeanor is a striking example of aristocrat beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small vial dangles from her necklace. She is perfumed with an exotic, erotic scent that seems to draw you towards her. Greetings. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow with what you sense to be disdain. Greetings, my name is Vivian. Am I to presume I am being summoned? No, I just had some questions. She nods imperiously. Go on, then. What are you doing here? Aside from my work as a student here, I'm looking for something, actually. You would not happen to have smelled it, would you? Smelled it? Yes, I have a particular scent that seems to have gone, wandering. 'Tis somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident, though you never know, with the ladies around here, she frowns. So by chance have you smelled it somewhere? You smell nice right now, you know. She skulls for a moment, then smiles at you. Yes, and I thank you for the compliment, but I assure you this particular aroma is nothing to my personal scent. How can a scent go wandering? She shakes her head. I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has taken with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now, poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Vivian stomps her feet. I want that scent back, and I want it now. How would you know if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. 'Tis quite striking, especially to men. I can help you. She seems dubious. Are you certain? I do not wish to impose. No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself.
Updated my journal.
And I mumble something angrily. You catch the words piking in idiot stick. Vivian smiles and nods to you. You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back. A one-of-a-kind scent, really. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll end this episode here, and on the next one we'll continue going through the brothel and talking to the various ladies of the establishment. So thank you very much for joining me on this playthrough of Planescape Torment. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.